Here's South America, and this is the opposite side of the Pacific Plate, and South America is basically upside down. And I wanted to show you something about how these reoccurring patterns work and how they do discredit plate tectonics, because if plate tectonics was accurate, none of these alignments would happen. I want to show you as this comes in, you can see that, you know, it looks like it collides right there. You can see that when I pull it closer, the sand parts kind of fit in a little bit right here, like that. I think the sand is a result of electrical gouging. I don't think water has really much to do with erosion of sand. I think it's all done electrically, and that's why you don't see a lot of water on ours, but a lot of sand. But as you see this lines up here, you can see that this beveled edge with these dots look a lot alike this area right here as it comes in. You can see the round part is now fitting here. This might even scoot over, I don't know, to the discharge, because this looks like it does fit in here too, but so does the discharge. So I'm not sure what's what here. This looks like it fits that way too. But what's really neat is that this part right here fits a lot in this area that looks like it's missing something. And I want to do a close-up high resolution on this one just to see, because that looks like it might be pretty good for an alignment. And because when this lines up here, you can see these other areas. You can kind of see what these dots are. Now I'm starting to understand, just by this right now, I'm starting to understand why those islands all match, and they're all spaced orderly from each other. It's right here. Because you think about it, look, here's the discharge. This is moving in an arch. It's because something's spinning, and it's firing off as it's moving. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to make ordered markings. If you know what I'm saying, like if something's moving underneath it while it's doing it, yeah, it's going to do something like that. Depending on how fast it moves will depend on how far apart these are. Like that. Oh yeah, so let's do a close-up of this area. Okay, here's that area up close, and here's the overlay. Now, come on. Anybody can see that this is an exact match. I just want to show you. Watch as it comes in. Okay, so it's coming in. You see this part right here with it's got a flat kind of surface right here, I guess. Okay, this first wave comes in. Well, actually, this is the first wave. You can see the alignments here. Like that. You see all that, right? You can see that I'm not making this up. And you can see that when the trolls say that they don't see this, that they're lying. They'd have to be lying, because look at how it lines up there. There's no way this is a coincidence. Okay, look right there. And right there. Okay, so you see that is going out, but then there's this new one that comes in right here. can see that it has the features that match here as it's coming in. Right here, exact match. You can see this island right here, obviously going to fit right in there, like that, and even like that. And look up here, you see this with the dot right here in that island. And if you look back over here, you can see that this is lining up with this other one. What? Look, you can even see, you can see that there's two right here. And it looks like I just have to rotate this just a hair counterclockwise, like a half degree. Okay, and then, okay, so that's, just want to make sure I get everything right. So that's this one right here. Bring it in here, and you can see now we have a double alignment, or a triple maybe. Hold on, we got this lining up now with this, because these are all reoccurring patterns of the same thing, but you can see the sequences line up too here. Lines up there. Look at that. This is geologist worthy information right here. This is something that you could show to a geologist, and he'd have to be interested in it, because this right here, if you ask any geologist, it defies plate tectonics. It just does. If you don't believe me, get a geologist and ask them. Look at the alignments here. It's so accurate that even I'm tripping out on it. And this is my whole I guess theory or whatever is based upon this, and even I'm tripping out on how accurate this is. Look at that right there. Look at it just all lines up. This is square looking, this rotation right here of the Fuji island. You can see that it has a squareness about it that just so happens to fit perfect in here. And as it does, you can see that this cuts right through there. Remember, this is opposite sides of the Pacific plate. The Pacific plate that's coming this way is supposedly moving this direction. So how could the other side of it already match up if it hasn't even gotten here yet? If you know what I mean? And look how this turns. Look right there. Did you see that right there? Look how, and then you can see the other alignments here with the lines going to everything that it needs to be. Man, that was pretty good. I'm going to do that again. Look, even here it lines up. You got to look at that stuff here. See how this lines up right in here? Look at this line right here and this line right here. And then you got these tracks right here and that line there as I move it in. See how they all line up at once? That's evidence that this is no accident. This is cause and effect. They match because they're sitting on top of one another at one time. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that plate tectonics cannot be right, because plate tectonics doesn't have room for plates sitting on top of one another. Let's see what else And what's cool is that I don't really worry about anything. I know other things are going to line up too, because this is the truth. If it wasn't the truth, none of this would line up accurately, especially this accurately. Look how that fits right into there. You can tell what gouged this out. This is a Birkeland current spinning. You're looking, if you were to cut like a tornado in half and look straight down, you know, whatever, something similar to a tornado vortex, this is the energy that's spinning around, and it's cutting this gouge right here. Look at that. This is how that came right there. Look, see? I just now did that, and I had no idea that would line up that good. I just followed this around. Look, you can see the marks off of this right here, trailing off, because it came this way. Look. Okay, look, right here. It starts, look at, as it's coming up, you can see that's trailing this stuff right off of here. Then this comes around. And bang. You know, because I feel so confident about this, I'll just say that this is undisputable. And that's because I believe it is. This is definitely undisputable evidence. And I'm welcome anybody to show otherwise. Yeah, that's pretty badass. Look at that. And then of course, look, it continues on. This is like a storm. It just rolled on through or something as it was making this and destroying it. I'm looking at this lake right here, by the way, because this round thing makes this lake is suspicious to me, because originally it was shaped like an S, and they changed it, and I have evidence of that because I have the old images of this. And the S makes me think that this is rotating counterclockwise. This gouge that became a lake, and that's what's going on. This stuff is rotating and moving. Oh, I bet you this island fits right in there. It's the right size. Anyways, I think I'll just make a quick video of this, because I got a big one right now that I'm working on, and it's taking me longer than I thought, and I just kind of want to get something out. And something like this is pretty good evidence. It's a small piece of evidence that proves what I'm claiming. I would love to hear an alternative of why this aligns and matches up so good. Thanks for watching. I have a bigger video, a way bigger one than this, coming out hopefully soon. I wanted to show you really quickly that areas and how they relate to one another. This is that area that I was just showing you, and it was matching up with this area right here. And if you just simply look at the ocean floor bottom, you can see where they've come apart from. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you can see the lines right here. You got these two lines going over to here. It just couldn't be more obvious. I mean, it's that simple. There's no plate here. There can't be a plate, because a plate would prevent that from happening. This is a rupture, I believe, and it's spread these two areas apart from one another, because they used to be adjoined right about here, it looks like, but up north. This used to, most likely, what I'm thinking is that this used to be the North Pole of a smaller planet. It's that simple. It's just common sense, and you don't have to be very smart to see that. I mean, the features just tell the whole story right here. Thanks for watching.